construction, day 191.
So today is a special day. It's March 10th, 2023, and it happens to be my mom's 91st birthday today. So happy birthday, Mom. Love you very much.
Happy birthday, Mom. I hope you enjoy your special day.
Yes, we did. We're able to have a video conference this morning, first thing. It's Saturday morning, and we were on the phone for almost an hour. So she had a good day. My sister had a cake for her, and you know, she had a good day. So again, it's a special day. 91 years young, and guys, my mom's mind is sharp as a tack. She remembers everything, even the bad things. All the bad things that I've done throughout my life. But yeah, her mind is absolutely sharp as a tack. So happy birthday, Mom. We have been out shopping for bar stools. We need 4 bar stools for the main island here. And then we need probably 3 or 4 bar stools for the bar slash water feature. So we started doing some shopping, and what I did was I said, well, let me start by going in, because I just want to see what establishments would give me the foreigner price. So we did start the other day. Here we go, right? So I know typical rattan furniture, and it's like a plastic rattan for the bar outside. We want something that can handle the weather. And there's 2 types. It's wood frame and aluminum frame. So if you're gonna have that rattan outside, you gotta have the aluminum frame. It just lasts longer. And we know the prices, call it the regular prices of that rattan furniture. And you get a small set. Now they're not bar stools, but the normal height chairs, with a small table for about 3,500 pesos, and then 5,000 for like the 6 seater. So we know that up front. So we don't need a table, we don't need 6 chairs, you know, we just need bar stools. So we hit 2 places that's between Darwin and Dumaguete. So I said, Wilma, let me go in. Of course, you walk in with me. Let me do the talking and let's see what happens. So we found the rattan aluminum frame, and I said, how much? And the first place said 7,000 pesos a chair. $140 a chair. Plastic rattan with aluminum frame. Call it bare bones. I mean, it would do okay. Nothing fancy. Remember, I get the whole set for 3,500 pesos, $70. So again, foreigner price is just so disappointing. So we're doing it just to, you know, we're going to take our time. If it takes us 2 months to get the bar stools, it takes us 2 months. Obviously, we want something a little nicer for the inside, and it's probably going to have to be made. And as you guys know, with the walk-in closet, I'm very skeptical about doing made to order. And I told Wilma, I probably will never do made to order again, period. And that's going to limit what we can get, because most good furniture stores all perform under made to order. You bring the design, they work it through, you talk it through what type of wood, what it's going to look like, and they give you a price. And then, you know, typically you give them 50% down and they make it. Well, you know, unfortunately, you know, we have not had good luck doing that. And I'm just probably going to keep looking until I find something that's made, and then I can just make an offer on it, negotiate a price, and buy it. And that's probably going to take some time. So we went off to the second store, which they're not that far apart, maybe 1 mile, mile and a half apart, right on the National Highway. I said, Wilma, let me go in. I'll do the talking. So I went in there. Found the chairs. It was a different color, but again, they'll make us the right color. Obviously, we want a brownish color. How much per chair? 8,000 pesos per chair. The price went up.
Crazy.
So again, you know, it's just disappointing. It doesn't happen everywhere, but it does happen. So if you're coming to the Philippines, do what most people do. just don't be around when your Filipina wife or girlfriend does prices. Just don't do it. Don't be there. Because some places, and I don't know what the percentage is, but we were 2 for 2 with furniture companies. You know, I'm not going to pay $160 for a plastic chair that looks like rattan with aluminum frame. I'm just not going to do it.
It's too much.
It's just too much money. So, you know, we're going to just take our time and just shop around and try to find the best we can. We are in absolutely no rush. But I wanted to share that story because I think it could be useful to you. You do have to be aware. You have to watch your retirement dollars, right? I could take the easy route and say, yeah, make me 4 of them. Here's 50% down, drive away. And I'm sure it'll come out right. Maybe it won't. And we're good to go. Now, it is a special order because, you know, a typical chair to the seat cushion to the top of the counter, in our case it's granite tops, is 12 inches. So if you go to any store like a Mandawi Foam that you can buy furniture there and measure from the top of the table to the top of the cushion, it's 12 inches and it's consistent throughout the store. So that's where I got my measurement from. And then also this set here, this little set that we bought, same thing. We bought that at Mandawi, I measured it, it's 12 inches. So, you know, I did the math for the bar of the pool as well as the countertops here, and it's 26 inches to the top for the bar and 26 inches to the top for here. So that's how high the cushions will be. So we do have to have special order. So you could just buy a stool that's a little taller and cut it down, but obviously I wouldn't do that myself. So it's going to take a little bit of time, but I wanted to share that story because if you're coming here, you need to be aware of that. And you know, you don't want to just waste your money. Some business owners think it's perfectly okay that if you're a foreigner to raise the price. They think it's fine. I'm not going to criticize them either way. They're in to make money, I understand that. But you know, it does bother me a little bit that you think that I'm, I guess, dumb enough to pay, and I guess there's enough people that are naive or don't want to haggle, or they have plenty of money and they think, you know, $160 a chair is a deal, and it may be in their home country, but not here. I don't think a native would pay $160 for a chair.
No, they don't even make it in a month.
Yeah.
Some people here.
Good point. Yeah, good point. So I wanted to share that story. Today is Saturday. The guys are starting to pour the 2-meter overhang, so I'll show you that. They're making pretty good work of it. They got about 70% complete of the 2-meter overhang in the first 2 hours of the day. So they're on break right now. And so that's going to get done, and probably most around the pool, I would imagine. I'm hoping everything's going to be one pour, because I always like having what they call a mono pour. That's going to happen with the 2-meter overhang. I don't know what's going to happen with the pool area, just because it's a larger area.
Yes.
But I think they may get it done today, so you guys will see those updates. So let's get to those updates. All right, so we're talking about door-to-door salesmen. So here's the house. And here is another example. So your name is Miguel, right? Hey, Miguel. How are you? Nice to meet you. So what are you selling?
Fish?
Can I see?
Yeah.
How much is the fish?
160.
Per kilo?
Yeah.
What kind of fish? Where did you catch the fish, or you buy the fish? You bought it?
Yeah.
From where?
Shaton.
Shaton?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And what kind of fish is that?
Manolsog.
Manolsog?
Yeah.
Manolsog. All right, so there's some little fish. Very nice. And when were they caught? Last night or yesterday or?
No.
Oh, today?
Yeah.
Oh, this morning, early this morning? Oh, okay. So you take your scooter,
Yeah.
and you drive to,
Shaton.
okay, and then you buy the fish from the boat?
Oh. Yeah.
And then you drive around. Now, do you drive around just Darwin or all over?
Darwin, all over.
Just all over Darwin?
Yeah.
And then how many kilos do you buy a day?
30.
30 kilos? Wow, so that's like 70 pounds.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you put 70 pounds here in these 2 buckets?
Yeah, yeah.
And then how long does it take you to sell it? All day?
Yeah, yeah.
All day long?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, so 160 per kilo. And then you have your customers you go to every day, or you just drive around? Both? Yeah, both. Okay. All right, so next time come up and my wife will buy some.
Okay, okay.
Okay?
Okay.
All right, thanks, Miguel. So you heard it. He buys 30 kilos of fish. Take care. And these entrepreneurs, I mean, we see them all the time. This is the cleanest I've seen this area. I think since we started the build, the guys started clearing out even more stuff. So you can see right across the road here, stuff is lined up. So they need to start getting that stuff hauled away. But still, there's a ton of work here, just a ton. But all the weeds were pulled by Janelle. We do have some, the larger stone, all bagged up, ready to backfill here when it's completed. And I'm going to order 2 more loads of stone and get it up here, just in this area, ready to go. Once the driveway's poured, I don't want any more deliveries, no truck traffic. So I'm going to go ahead and order that in preparation of doing that same 60 cm on both sides of the fence. On Monday, they're going to start the columns. I think there's 3 columns left to pour. And then they're going to start getting the steel up here and start making the fence as well as making the gate. So that's going to start on Monday. Don't know if the steel will be here Monday, but they're going to start the process of working the fence. Still a lot of cleanup here. A lot's been done. They're still going to need to sift some sand, so they still need this apparatus because they need to render the fence here, the hollow block. And that's been like that for a long time. So once that's done, that should be it for the rendering, and then they can take this down, and then we can come in here and get all this out. Janelle got a lot of it out. This was where all the pebbles were that we lined the driveway with the gravel, but there's still several inches. We want to get all this out because this is not good for growing a garden. This is. So we're going to work on getting that out. So definitely starting to take shape. And there's still a lot of black dirt in front of this fence. And it's still very much on an angle. So there's still opportunity there. So I think what I'm going to do is we're going to make one more pass just in front of the 7 rocks and go down maybe 6 inches and just skim that, coming all the way across, especially right in here, and get all that black topsoil up in this area, because I don't think that these 2 piles is enough to get that nice coating. Now when you dig down this grass, it turns to black soil right away, but just look at all the rocks. It's just all construction rubble, especially in this area. It just needs to be cleaned up. Just needs to come in. We need to dig this all out, get it down in here for backfill, and then just once this is backfilled, we're ready to go. We're ready to start working on the garden. Can't wait for that. Utility room ceiling is complete, as well as skim coat. So that's all done. So now they just got to paint it. They got to get a coat of paint on it, and then we're going to call that complete. Glad we did it. Just look at the transition over. Looks really good. Glad we did it. So here was the big project today, pouring the 2-meter overhang. So there was a lot of cement that went in here, and look how good it looks. We decided not to go with the 60 by 60. We want it to be a relatively smooth finish with just some swirls of texture. And we really talked to the guys today about doing it exactly the way we wanted. So it's relatively smooth but you can see there is some texture in the cement, just for non-slip. That's what we wanted. So what we did this time, learning from some mistakes, is we told the guys, once they go through and pour the cement, and then they go through and they trowel it, and then they go through a third time and put the texture in, don't walk on it. Obviously there's no need for them to walk. No need to go into the house. It's Saturday, end of the work week. They're off tomorrow. It really can sit and dry. So I told them, I said, find tarps and tarp this up. So no animals, no dogs can jump up. Wilma and I can use the back door, no problem. And we're going to let this, dry properly. So I'll probably let it dry 5 days. Cement does dry here really quick. I mean, they walk on it after about 2 hours. But we really wanted the front to look as good as possible. And I think it really looks nice. They were being very careful not to get it on the PVC. So obviously there's, a little bit to get on there, and they wiped it down with a sponge. And obviously the sponge has, had some dirt into it. So the windows have to be cleaned. But overall, they did a really good job today. And it was hot. When they poured this today, the sun was right here. And it was really beating on them. They put a lot of water down underneath this. I reminded them of that this morning. And then, when they do the 2 steps, they add more water as they're smoothing it out. And then I'll decide tomorrow if I put some water on here or not. But by 12 noon, 12:30, the sun is starting to go over the house. So this gets some nice shade, which is going to be nice for us sitting out. We'll be able to sit in the shade here around 12:30 every day. But just look at it. Did a really nice job. So we're going to check this off the list. Nobody stepped on it, or at least yet. Hopefully no dogs come up here, but I doubt very much they're going to go out of their way to jump up here. I don't think so. But we're going to let this dry, and then Monday morning we'll take a look at it. They're starting to prep here, getting some stone in. They still got some more stone to come in. And then Monday morning they're going to hit it hard. They think they can get it done in 1 day. We're going to do the same texture just to keep it uniform. And they're going to go back of the bar area and then all the way here to the front. And they said they think they can get to this end here by end of day Monday. I do have some gravel work to do. I got to get the large stone in here. But hopefully they'll be able to get that done. So what do you think?
It's nice.
You like it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No footprint.
No footprints. So that's just rework for the guys. I mean, they're going to make it look good back there, but unfortunately, they think it's okay to walk on it, and they're going to have to fix it.
Yeah, we weren't there to monitor them.
Yeah, we didn't monitor them. We made it very, very clear here. Yeah, we were out shopping. We're out getting stuff. Yeah. So this is done nicely. We'll make sure this is done the same way, and you guys will follow along with us as they rework the footprints back there, getting all those footprints out. Talking to the foreman, he said if worst case, he'll just grind it off, and then we'll go from there. So the guys know how to do cement, but at the end of the day, it's going to look great for us because that's the way we want it. And then we're going to do that gray waterproofer epoxy back there. Here, we're thinking not to do that. We'll see, because this is going to turn very white after about 7 days. It's not going to look like this. And then we'll maybe just clear coat this. So we'll either do an epoxy and then clear coat on top, or just clear coat. So we're open here to see how it looks. But in the back, for sure, we're going to epoxy it, because I don't think they're going to be 100% successful getting that all smooth out the way it should be. So the epoxy, the gray epoxy, will hide any imperfections. I'm getting emails and comments regarding people wanting to bring 110 appliances from their home country. So the coffee maker and the can opener, for example, are 110 appliances that we brought in Balik buying boxes. And there was a few others too that we brought. So the way I've done it, I'm sure there's multiple ways of doing this, but this is how we did it here. So I bought two of these. I bought a 3,000 and a 5,000. The reason why I bought a 5,000 is for our standalone aircon, which I'm finding out we don't need because that 2.5 horse cools this room down beautifully. So I don't think we need it. I had it over in that corner and I already put it in the spare room just to get it out of the way. We don't need it. So it's, you know, maybe not full-blown summer yet, so we'll see. But I very much think that this is going to be able to handle this room absolutely no problem. But what I did was I bought two of these, and these are AVRs, so they're automatic voltage regulators, but they're also a step down. So you plug this into a 220 outlet, which I did, and then it will step it down to a 110. You could run appliances. So here's an example. So this says a 110, so I could plug this appliance into this receptacle after turning it on. And again, the beauty of having your own transformer, 220 right on the nose, and it doesn't move. So that's what's really good for your appliances, to have steady power. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this to the back and show you how we wired it up. So this is pretty simple, and it also has two 220 receptacles in the back as well. So this is not only a step-down transformer, it's an AVR, which regulates the power coming in from, say you're sharing a transformer with 20 people and then your neighbor starts welding and you start having issues with your power. This will equalize the power. But here in the back, you have two input and two output. So what I did was I wired up the input for 160 to 250 because we have 220 power. So the wire goes in, and then this goes to the 220 outlet. So now this is electrified. And then coming out of this, see the two smaller wires, the black and the white? Output is 110 or 220. You have two options. So I wanted the 110 option. So take this plate off, put in your wires, and then just I ran these two wires down the conduit behind here to this receptacle and jumped it from this receptacle to another receptacle on the other side. And then I brought this from the US. It took 2 and made 6 out of it. And it's also a surge protector. But that's how I did it. Pretty simple. I'm sure there's other ways of doing it. But I got 220, this plugged into 220. Then you got your wires coming out, your 110, just so it looks good. I mean, I could set this just right here, and then just plug the appliance in. Would perfectly work, no problem. But then you would be looking at this every day. So I just figured I'd put it up in the cabinet, and then I can just close the cabinet, and you don't know it's there, and then you have a cleaner look here in the kitchen. So that's how we did it, pretty simple. And if you're looking to bring your 110 appliances, I would say go ahead and do it because you could definitely use them here with no issue.